Be ready. 10 seconds to go. Start. After coming back, I talked to a large number of other nuclear scientists and other scientists, and I am convinced that what we have done is in the best interest of our country. This separation that we have committed, and let me say, all our commitments are reciprocal commitments. We will not do anything unless the United States side honors its commitment. What are those commitments? Those are the profound commitments which the US has committed, in the words of their own president, to give India the benefit of full civilian nuclear cooperation with all the benefits that other nuclear powers enjoy. Therefore, if that statement is translated into concrete realities, I think that will mean a new era for the growth of civilian nuclear energy sector in our country. My own vision is that the next 15 to 20 years we should add about 30,000 to 40,000 megawatts of nuclear capacities. I have a vision that will open up new vistas of opportunity in the field of high technology. Today, we have only a few high tech firms like Bharat Heavy Electricals, Larsen and Tubro. If we have a large nuclear power program and auxiliarization around that, it will grow a very large number of high tech firms, which would enable us to leapfrog in the race for social and economic development. Separation is feasible. There should be no doubt about it that our atomic energy establishment agrees with that law. Furthermore, I would also like to say that this separation is not imposed. This separation will be decided voluntarily, solely on the basis of our own judgment. Nobody can from outside say, well, this is civilian, this is nuclear. That determination will be made by the people of India, by our government, by our atomic energy establishment. Also, it will be a phased identification. I know these things cannot be done in one go. If we are to separate the civilian and the military components of our program, it will take time. And that is why we have said that this would be a purely voluntary decision. Secondly, it will be a phased program. It will be so phased, and you have my assurance. Sir, it will be so phased that our strategic program is fully safeguarded. Therefore, there should be no doubt whatsoever that we have done anything which compromises our strategic autonomy in the management of India's assets. Honorable member also asked this question about the negotiation of fissile material production cutoff treaty. In this case, I should like to point out that we have taken on no more additional commitments than the commitments that were taken on board by the previous government. And what is our commitment? You have said that we would work with the USA in the negotiations of a multilateral agreement. This is not a bilateral deal between India and the United States. This is a deal which will be negotiated in the Conference on Disarmament in Geneva. Several years have passed when these matters have been discussed. There is no agreement in sight. It will take quite some time, and in any case, if the stage comes to take a decision, we will never be a party to any discriminatory treatment. Therefore, if what other nuclear weapon powers say their rights, we would insist on the same rights. So, by merely agreeing to work with the United States in negotiating a multilateral treaty, we have not surrendered in any way the effectiveness of our strategic asset program. I should also like to assure this House that the three cycles, the fuel cycles that we have been working out are 1. Pressurized heavy water reactors, 2. The fast breeder program, and 3. Thorium based reactors. We will not allow our research program to suffer in any way in the process of separation of the civilian and the nuclear program. So, our research scientists should have the fullest confidence that India's research potential in this vital area of national knowledge promotion will not suffer in any way. That is the commitment that I give on behalf of the Government of India. Honorable member asked that we have not been given the status of a nuclear weapon state. Another member also asked that question. It is true because in the international parlance, the nuclear weapon states are the ones which are identified in the NPT treaty. We are not a party to that treaty. Let us face it, that treaty cannot be negotiated over time. What we have done with the United States is that we have virtually got all the benefits that go with being a nuclear weapon state without having the de jure status of a nuclear weapon state. I think that is something which is of comfort to us. So, the fact that we are not recognized de jure as a nuclear weapon state, this was not on my agenda also because I knew that much that international treaties cannot be rewritten overnight, but we have now the commitment of the United States. Stop.